Hi everyone. Today's presentation shines a spotlight on the digital service innovation teams within the AI and Ideas Adoption Directorate. We'll give you a brief look at who we are, what we do, and some of the exciting projects we're currently working on or planning as we shape our future strategy. For those who don't know me, I'm Amin, Head of Digital Service Innovation. I worked in the library for over 10 years and stepped into this role around 8 months ago to lead our library systems, digital support services, and electronic resources teams. Since taking up the post, I've been focused on shaping and delivering our digital strategy, driving continuous improvement across our platforms, and thinking about how our services meet the needs of students, staff, and the wider university. I work closely with IT services and external partners as key stakeholders, and I'm currently supporting our exploration of emerging technologies, including AI. I also help with digital business continuity, ensuring our services can continue with minimal disruption and have a strong customer experience across all services. So let's now hear from the teams who bring all this work to life.
Hi, I'm Christine and I'm going to give a brief overview of the Electronic Resources team and the work that we do. I'm proud to lead our fantastic team with the support of our wonderful system assistants, Lisa and Beth. We aim to provide a user-focused e-resources technical support service that meets the needs of our customers. This slide highlights a couple of our key activities. I'll talk through a couple of them, but if there's anything you'd like to know more about, please reach out. We run a frontline inquiry service dedicated to helping all of our customers access e-resources and troubleshooting any issues that they may face along the way. The best way to let us know about an issue is by using the Report a Problem button in Library Search. Our teams are also responsible for the underlying access mechanisms that enable us to provide remote and on-campus access to our e-resources, such as Easy Proxy and Shibboleth. In addition, we manage several browser plugins called Access Broker extensions that assist our customers in accessing e-resources, specifically our Lean Library and LibKey Nomad extensions, which are available to download from the library website. We also investigate any reports of security incidents. When we receive a report of suspicious or excessive activity on one of our e-resources, we work closely with both the publisher and our IT security team to investigate and identify the user responsible. Whilst our inquiry service is at the heart of what we do, we're also involved in several exciting projects. Beth is currently completing an apprenticeship in data and insights for business decisions, and she'll be using her newfound skills to help us evaluate and gain further insights into how our users engage with our Access Broker extensions. We also leverage the rich usage data from Easy Proxy, our main access mechanism, to create detailed usage reports for teams throughout the library. Please let us know if this is something your team might be interested in. Finally, I'm proud to be a member of the Library Security Advisory Group, where I work with library professionals and publishers from around the world to discuss security issues and strategies. Now I'll pass over to Liam, who'll introduce you to our library systems team.
Thanks, Christine. I'll just be doing a brief overview of some of the projects we've been doing in the library systems team this year and some things we'll be doing in the future. So the library systems team is myself and Mike Wan, and we look after Alma, the library management system, library search, and reading lists online, and all the different integrations we have with other systems. So ongoing projects. So we've been looking at AI tools that Exlibris have brought out in Alma and library search. So Research Assistant is on the sandbox for library search, and people can try that out now. Metadata Assistant is switched on for some people in Alma in the sandbox, and that's an AI tool creating metadata from images and other things. What was the Language Centre has got a new library catalogue, so we will be integrating that with library search. So reading lists online, Leganto will have a new user interface, and that will happen in the summer around the same time that Canvas comes in to replace Blackboard. Access control remediation is a project we're doing with IT services. We're something of a guinea pig, and we'll be looking at all our different Alma roles. We've been reviewing admin accounts. We'll be looking at the templates we have for different teams next. We've started some of that work. I will be checking things like accounts that are dormant and places where people have moved job, but maybe they've carried some rights over, and making sure that's all correct so we catch that in the future. And we've got the Evolve integration projects, where the integration piece that sits between Alma and other university systems is changing to use the new Boomi platform. So there are lots of different little projects going on to look at the data we get for staff, students, CRM, all kinds of different things. So data going out as well as coming in. So we've been working on that this year and many other things. So new and future projects. We've got the Next Discovery Experience, which is the new library search, and it's also got new analytics in it, and that could come on stream for summer 2026. So we'll be reviewing that through the year. Specto is a development of Alma Digital, which can store images in media, and there's going to be new AI tools and a new museum view for that, so we'll be investigating that. The Dr. Williams Library Partnership will be coming on stream. It's currently in its own catalogue, so we'll be reviewing what we want to do with the data from that. And we've got the Show-Ready metadata project that's a cross-team project, but we'll be helping to see if we can automate some of the metadata procedures as we go forward. So I'm sure there will be other things that come up in the future, but I think that's just a quick overview, so I will now pass on to Martin.
Thanks, Liam. Hi, I'm Martin. I'm Digital Support Services Manager, and I'm going to give you a brief overview of our team and what we do. In Digital Support Services, we're responsible for the library's digital technology estate, supporting the infrastructure and technologies needed to deliver essential library services. We're also a key provider of remote and in-person digital support to library staff and large numbers of students and researchers from across the university. We work on a lot of projects, both internally and externally led, and I'll pull out a few examples of our work shortly. We manage different stakeholder relationships to deliver our services and projects, working with library directorates, other areas of the university, or library-specific vendors and integration teams. We also manage our own digital budget. It allows us to contribute to library projects and for the ongoing maintenance and general life cycle of the digital estate. So this is the makeup of our amazing team that helps deliver and support those services. The team each have some core service related responsibilities, but all of the team work together across a range of service improvements and larger projects. So as I mentioned earlier, these are a few examples of projects we've been involved in the past. So a while ago now, we worked on the dual decant and Crawford Staff Hub implementation, responsible for the decant and development to spaces and technology. We've worked on developing new collaborative spaces, such as staff meeting rooms, training rooms, and a new viewing and listening room in the main library after the closure of Lenegan. Last academic year, we supported colleagues at Rylands with the lunchtime lecture series, providing the tech solutions and the on-site support they needed to run their online and hybrid lectures. We've replaced and upgraded some of our self-service and RFID technology in our libraries, supporting book loan services. And we contributed to the IT services-led project to upgrade and modernise the university's network infrastructure within the library. There are some other pieces of work currently ongoing or that are coming up soon. On the Rylands Next Chapter project, we've been working on the digital elements of the new event space, reception area, the galleries, and new meeting and teaching spaces. We'll be working on spaces projects coming up this summer, supporting the upgrades to AGLC Access Gate system, which is completing by the end of June this year. And we'll be responsible for the student IT provisions in the newly refurbished Muriel Stott. We're working with colleagues in TLS to make improvements to the teaching and learning technology in the AGLC training room. A library-wide SharePoint site is in development, improving document sharing and collaboration for library colleagues. We're supporting the IT services-led project to move all university devices over to Windows 11 by October this year, And this isn't just your laptops, but all our other underpinning library technology that runs on Windows too. And we'll be contributing to the Digital Skills Initiative in the library, working on how the team can support our staff and students more in this area. There's probably so much more I could mention, but I hope that's been a brief but helpful insight into what we do. And I'll hand back over to Amin.
That was a really quick snapshot of the amazing work happening across our teams. If you'd like to chat about anything you've seen or want to know more, feel free to get in touch. I'd love to continue the conversation. Thank you.